Hey everybody, I want to talk to you about how to get ready for this Sunday at Pocosin Baptist Church. When I began serving as a pastor at a church in Louisville, Kentucky, the Lord put it on my heart to devote one Sunday in January to preach against the social evil of abortion. And so every Sunday, somewhere near the anniversary of the 1973 Roe versus Wade decision, I would devote to preaching to that church against the evils of abortion. A couple of years later, the Lord convicted me that I also needed to address another evil that often is presented as something on the other end of the political spectrum, abortion being something that's often associated with the right. The second issue that the Lord put on my heart to preach against was the evil of racism, which is often associated with the political left. And by this, I wanted to show God's people that the gospel is neither a Republican or a Democrat issue. It's a Christian issue. It's a cross issue, and that fighting for the unborn, fighting for people regardless of skin color, is something that the gospel demands regardless of where you fall politically. So first few years here at PBC, I've done that. And this past year, in 2018, in January, a year ago, I worked to show you, with God's help, that abortion and racism are in fact twin evils. They're connected. And so this Sunday, we're going to be continuing that theme. Normally, I would break this up into two sermons, one on abortion, one on racism, but after being out the first part of the year, we're going to push those sermons together. And I want to show you from the scriptures 8 obstacles for Christians to getting involved, getting engaged in the fight against abortion and racism. What does it look like for Christians to walk with Jesus against abortion and racism, and what are the obstacles that cause us to stumble or to balk at the idea of actually doing anything? And because these are related issues, they're twins. They're both issues that spring from a denial of the image of God. Genesis 1, if you want to read a text to prepare, we'll be launching from Genesis 1, beginning in verse 27, where God creates man in his own image. Okay, so the evil of abortion is a lie that denies the image of God based on the size of a person. The evil of racism is a lie that denies the image of God based on the skin of a person. So both of these evils are related. They're both denials of the image of God and humanity, and they're both attacked with the beauty and the power and the glory of the gospel of Jesus Christ. I'm going to show you all that with God's help this Sunday. There's been lots going on in this sermon, so you need to be praying for me, praying for your own heart, that you would be open, and that God will reveal any blind spots in your life as you prepare for this Sunday. Since some of what we'll be talking about is a little graphic in content, which is almost unavoidable given the two subject matters we'll be addressing, we will be extending our child care during the sermon for children 12 and under. So for parents who don't feel comfortable with your kids being a part of a sermon against abortion and racism, for whatever reason, if you're quite not comfortable with that, we will offer for you additional child care for kids 12 and under during the service. So lots going on. It's going to be a heavy Sunday, so please come praying for me, praying for God to speak to you. And then Sunday night, hopefully it will be a really important evening for us, especially after we spend, there's my phone ringing. Okay, I'm back. Especially after we have our, a really heavy Sunday morning. Sunday night, we're going to gather and we're going to celebrate the Lord's Supper. It's going to be a beautiful service entirely devoted to the Lord's Supper. It will be good for your soul to be with us Sunday night at 6 p.m. for that worship service. All right? All that's coming up this Sunday. Be praying, and I hope to see you then. God bless.